Evening all, and welcome to episode 91 of Kerbalism. We ended last episode playing catch up with our Duna probe, so let's just pick up where we left off. And one day, 4.5 hours later, here we are, 500 meters away from our probe. We came up a long way. Now, something confused me, and I wonder whether anyone could explain this to me. I came in a slightly shallower orbit than this probe, so that I would catch it, and I knew that. I knew I'd come up here, and by the time I get to our apparatus, I would have caught it, because a shallower orbit means I'm going faster. However, when we both passed the moon and came out the other side, my orbit, my apparatus, was higher than the probe. Can anyone explain to me why it did that? Why it did it? I was closer to the moon. Yeah, my even though I was on a shallower orbit, because I reached the moon later, I was closer to it when we went by our periaps at the moon. Mine was closer than the probe, so maybe that did it. Maybe I gained more speed through the moon. I'm guessing that's what happened, but I never really kind of thought that. But that helped. That severely helped, because I'd caught up with it. Coming along here, I'd caught up a lot of speed here. When I obviously went past the moon and my periaps was higher, my apparatus was higher, sorry, I basically crossed its path sort of here-ish somewhere, and I had to do a few manoeuvres, and here we are a little bit later, caught up with it. So, yay! Thank you, moon. That was a brilliant thing. I really need to look into how slingshot manoeuvres work with the using moons and things like that, because they can save a lot of fuel going into deep space. Anyway. We're here. We are here, and this is the thing. So, I want to set my advanced target, I think, to up. Is it? If that does a job. Basically, I want to put this end facing that. Nope, this is going to go forward, isn't it? Or is it going to go belly? It's going to go belly. Okay, so down? I never understood. I remember I use this a lot for probes. I tell it to target the sun, so the solar panels are always facing the sun. And sometimes you have to tell it the sun is up. Other times you have to tell it it's like on the right. It depends on where the probe is and what you're doing with it. So, but yeah. So there we are, and once this decides to line itself up and do its thing, I can use our RCS to get closer to it, and it's got RCS as well to dock with it. And Bill, hopefully Bill, yes, Bill's here. Phew. Bill is a wonderful engineer who's going to go out and grab it. I should have probably brought some of the newer Kerbals with me, because they could have got a bit of training here. But well, too late for that now. Sorry. Where's it? That one. There we go. Let's head towards our target and speed up time, because orbital manoeuvres are very slow with RCS. Tell you what, let's just stop here, and we will switch over to the probe, and I'm going to eyeball it. I think that's going to be the way to do this. That one there, and I want... Never remember which button it is to go up, down, or whatever. Oh, yes, of course. I've only put RCS on certain sides, so... Right, so let's bring that solar panel in. And let's tell that to kill rotation. And this is by far the absolute worst docking of all time. But it doesn't matter because it's pretty much there. I'll do that, go in there, over to this one here, and then I'm going to close them rear doors on it. Okay, turn the RTS off, turn the SAS off, and there we go, that should hold it tight. Okay, so, Bill, out you get. I think this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. I was about to try and manoeuvre my craft to point a different direction to make life easier for the EVA, but that's not going to happen. So, the real question comes, where the hell do I attach this thing to? Equip that, and grab that into your inventory, thank you. It needs to be on an end, really. I should have put it on the other end, because I can't put it on this end. I wonder if I can move that 180, that probe. Let's try that, shall we? So we'll go back to this, open that, go to this. Okay, and then we go forward a bit. Okay, that looks good to me, and we once again close the doors on it. Close. Then we switch back to Bill. And look at that. Look at that. It was all planned, all in the script. You believe me, don't you? Attach. Does that explode? Really worried about it touching the edge of the ship whilst I attach something to it, because it could clip inside it, which would cause major problems. So, grab connector, plug, huh? No. Oh, it's gone inside. Oh dear. Oh, it's doing its weirdness. Okay, Bill, get out of there. Right. Yes, maybe I should have stabilised it a bit more before I did that. Grab and get on board so you're safe. Okay, right. Show GUI. Here we go. Right. I turn that right down and tell it to tract. If I turn, why can't I? Oh, turn the CS on. Why is that still rotating like a nutter? Stop that. No, it's still the same craft. Wondering why the SAS isn't stopping that from spinning. What if I tell it it's not docked? Will you smash into the ship? Don't think you... Yes, you would have. Whoa. Good job I let that bounce out then. Right, so switch back to this one. Turn the SS on. Stop spinning. I'm trying to think exactly how to do this without causing any aggro, because I want to open these. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Please don't touch it. Don't make it fly off into the middle of nowhere. That looks as if it's going to drop nice and gently inside the box. Come on, down you go. Okay, we will close that again. Try and trap it in there. And I think we've got it. Yes, okay, so we will retract that again now. That nice and slowly. Right, now, are you aligned? Not aligned. Right, so I think I need to turn off the SAS. Why are they not aligned? What's going on here? Oh, you're going into a weird rotatey thingy again. Stop that. Going on here? Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, why it's not aligning. It looks pretty straight to me, but it's just not having it. So that's kind of destroyed the idea of what I had here. Let me see if I can figure out a way to do this, and I will be right back. So, after a fair bit of mucking about, we have a success. It turns out my winch was bugged. I actually unattached it and put it in build inventory, reattached it, and now if I go here, to go GUI, it doesn't work. It's completely broken. But I managed to attach the parts and use the retract button here on the main menu, and it just clamped and clicked and linked and everything was good. So yeah, all I'm doing now is using these wonderful little strut parts to strut it up in our bay here. So it's quite difficult. Not a lot of visibility here. I don't think he can. No, he can't fix that. Yeah, bring him out, fix him on there. Be very careful and not to clip through the edge of the ship as you're doing it, because I've already had Bill fly off once. I did manage to bring him back using almost all his mono-repellent, but he did manage to get back in the craft. So link, and there we are. Now that's strutted up. I think that would be good. Okay. No broken solar panels yet. I say yet because, well, I know what I'm like. But yeah, the winches is just, I don't know what's happened to that. It's broken. If I save and reload, it would probably fix it, but I don't need to, and that's done. Hoorah! Right. The drawback to this is that we are now plummeting to our doom. Where is Kerbal? There is Kerbal down there. Hello, Kerbal. And we're going to be minus 43 kilometers, which this will not survive that re-entry. I've just realised I put a parachute on the front instead of a nose cone. Oh well, if all things go wrong, that's okay. And I didn't take the air brakes, those off and put air brakes instead. I forgot about that. So yeah, well, right. So I need to raise my periapsis up to something a bit more manageable, and then go down and try and circularize. So I think we can do this. So change periapsis to 100. Is that good? And that uses 12.8 meters a second. Excellent. Just out of curiosity, what if I was to circularize at my periapsis? 989. We can do that. Excellent. This ship can get back to Kerbal, circularize in a low orbit, because obviously that's a minus orbit, so that's going to be a bit more than that, and then we don't have to aero brake, because I'm not convinced this can do it. The cockpit got very hot last time we did this, so yeah. But yeah, let's do that one, and I'll see you back when we're closer to the big blue marble down there. So here we are, safely back at Kerbal. We're all circularized up, and we've got 94 meters a second left of delta V, so that's going to be enough to slow us down so we can enter the orbit. We enter the atmosphere. We're going to sort of come over the KSC, but yeah, I need to basically make a maneuver over here somewhere, and bring our periapsis down to about 50. I think should be good, and I'll have a fairly high angle of attack, so as we come into the atmosphere we'll be good. So let's point to that node, and we'll slow ourselves down, we'll do re-entry, and I'm going to try my hardest to land at the KSC. I'll probably overshoot it there, I don't know, I have got to turn slightly to do it, but I think I can do that with this. I'll set my pitch and stuff up right now, so yeah. Yeah, I'll see you when we're coming in. Alright, here we go for re-entry. I'm doing a very high angle of attack to start with, 45 degrees, and I'm rolling over by 5 degrees to try and get a bit of angle, because I need to bring this down to the KSC here. So yeah, hopefully this is going to go well, and all our Kerbals will be alive at the end of it. I can see my pitch is slowly rising, which means this is having difficulty holding this, so I think I'm going to bring the nose down a bit, because I don't want it to flip over. One thing I definitely don't want to do, so we'll come down to about 20 degrees instead, which means we'll get a longer glide slope, but we're already under 30 for our drop, and we are in the atmosphere, so I think this is going to be okay. We're definitely going to get caught, and we'll see how close we can get to the KSC. I'm hoping it's going to be there. I don't know. I'm not very good at aiming for the KSC so far. Okay, so it's clear we're going to miss the KSC, so I'm going to pitch over a lot harder. 25 degrees. Let's get over there, and then bring our pitch up to 25 as well. That's not really having any sort of effect on what I was hoping. But we're still very, very thick, very thin in the atmosphere at the moment, so hopefully it'll come around. I'm worried about that heat though. Everything's getting very hot on the nose. We are slowing down quite rapidly. So hopefully we'll be okay. Don't want those wings to break off. That would really make a bad day for us. In fact, you know what? Let's Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? McJeb. You idiot. What are you doing? Well, okay, no, stop. McJeb, you're being an idiot. Right. Okay, let's try that again. H level plus, please. There we go. That will keep us on the horizon. I'm not sure what it is with MechJeb. It overcompensates for things. It rotates more than it should do to level out, and then compensates by rolling back, and then you just get that back and forwards all the time. So, yeah, I don't really know how to cool that down. Gotta hope that doesn't explode. I'm gonna land over here somewhere, I think. We're not gonna make it to the KSC. This thing does glide okay, but it can't make any real sort of distance. So, yeah, in fact, do you know what? I'm gonna just turn that off and we'll just go for the minute. Oh, some things are getting really, really hot, like our parachute at the front. It's gone all wibbly wobbly again. There we go. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. Excellent. Right, so let's turn that off. We actually gained some altitude there, by the looks of it. We're going back up again, yes. And we want to turn the SES back on. Be helpful. And angle ourselves a bit to try and get over there somewhere, I think. This is really struggling to turn. But then we're not really in the thick of the atmosphere yet, so the wing surfaces aren't doing a great deal. But I think we're alright. I know this can glide in. I've done it before. So I just need to find somewhere to land that isn't water, preferably. Although last time we landed on the water, so I don't know if they can land on land. Never done that. Find out. Let's turn ourselves this way and make a landing strip out of the grass. Right, gear out. And this is the bit that I really like about MechJeb, is the fact that I can just do this sort of thing. I can just set it to whatever I want, just click the numbers here, and it will adjust my pitch accordingly. So you're not holding, because when you hold obviously the keys down, they're to the extreme. Oh, that's fast, that's... Okay, turn off MechJeb. And now the brakes on. Yeah, when you hold W or S to pitch up, pitch down, you are to the extreme. When you push it, the wings go, the flaps go as hard as they can. As you see that, the pitch goes up and down and up and down. If you use the surface level plus with MechJeb, set roll when you're to 0, that will just keep you going in a straight line, and then you can just adjust the pitch by 10, 5 degrees, whatever you want. You just want to be coming in there about 4 or 5 degrees, depending on how I want it to come, and it would just hold a nice glide slope. It's very, very useful, that. But yes, here we are. Our Kerbals are home. Again, if I'd have fitted a air-breathing engine to this, I could have probably flown it back to the KSC. So that's probably the next upgrade for it. Maybe put the 3 engine bit on here, move the 2 rocket engines down, because when they fire they do push the craft nose down slightly, because the centre of mass is lower down because of the wings, and put the air-breathing engine on the top. Might be an idea. Don't know, but I am really happy with this shuttle. Really, really happy with it. So I think that's going to be, yes, contract complete. And we gain a bit of science from there. I'm not sure what it had on board that I hadn't transmitted back, but we got it. A bit of money, 100,000 back. I can't remember what it cost to launch. Did stage recovery actually bring back... Oh, it didn't tell me. Messages. Oh, what's this? This, oh, right, and, oh, crew, okay. We have returned from a flyby, world first, there we are. That, money, 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 and reputation. Not really sure what I'd do with reputation, if I'm honest with it. Return trip from Duna. 246,000, complete, excellent. And another 424,000 for exploring Duna, so that's good. Again, I don't think stage recovery recovered that booster, so it's probably still up there. That's 2 of them. Both of them have the capacity to come home, because they've all got parachutes on them. I'm going to have a double check of them in a minute now, I think, just to find out, because I would like the money back from them. So, I shall recover these boosters, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.